Right now, you are staring at a glowing glass screen in a temperature-controlled room. You feel entirely modern, but beneath your skull, your brain is operating on ancient hardware that was coded over hundreds of thousands of years for an environment that no longer exists. How can a creature designed to hunt mammoths survive in a world of high-rise office buildings and endless notifications? You turn a plastic handle, and clean water flows instantly. You open an insulated box, and calorie-dense food sits waiting for you. You never have to track a predator through dense brush or shiver through a winter night without fire. Yet, your stress levels are higher than ever. Why does a world built for maximum comfort produce so much quiet panic? Evolutionary psychologists Leda Cosmides and John Tooby spent decades studying this exact paradox at the University of California, Santa Barbara. Their research revealed a striking truth. Modern skulls house a Stone Age mind. Every circuit, chemical trigger, and emotional response inside you was sculpted by Pleistocene natural selection. Your ancestors survived because their brains treated every unfamiliar noise as a potential predator and every sweet fruit as a rare lifeline. You inherited those exact same survival algorithms. Consider what happens when you smell freshly baked sugar and fat. Your mouth waters instantly. Your brain releases a surge of dopamine before you even take a single bite. Is that a personal lack of willpower? For 2 million years, high-calorie food was exceptionally rare. Finding a beehive or a tree full of ripe fruit was a lottery win that guaranteed survival for another week. Your biology learned to force you to eat as much as possible before another predator found it. Today, those rare survival calories sit on every supermarket shelf. Your environment changed in a split second, but your DNA did not get the memo. Harvard evolutionary biologist Daniel Lieberman has documented how this massive evolutionary mismatch creates modern chronic diseases. Human biology was built for constant movement and intermittent scarcity. Instead, you sit in ergonomic chairs and consume more energy in a single afternoon than a hunter-gatherer consumed in 3 days. Why are you surprised when your biology struggles to adapt? Your stress response system is another perfect example of ancient hardware running new software. Imagine a hunter-gatherer walking through tall grass. Suddenly, a shadow moves. In less than 50 milliseconds, your brain triggers the amygdala. Adrenaline floods your bloodstream. Your heart rate surges. Blood rushes away from your digestive organs and straight into your major leg muscles. You are ready to sprint or fight for your life. Now shift back to your modern Tuesday morning. You receive an email from your boss with an ominous subject line, or an unexpected bill appears in your mailbox. Your ancient brain cannot distinguish between a saber-toothed cat springing from the bushes and a late payment notice. It floods your body with the exact same chemical storm. But instead of sprinting 3 miles to escape danger and burning off that cortisol, you sit motionless at a desk. The stress hormones remain trapped in your bloodstream for hours. Does your body know the difference between a real physical threat and a digital illusion? Your social world has expanded beyond anything your ancestors could have imagined. You scroll through hundreds of posts from people across the globe every day. You track news from continents you will never visit. Yet, Oxford evolutionary anthropologist Robin Dunbar discovered that human neurological architecture has a hard limit. Your neocortex evolved to handle active social relationships with roughly 150 individuals. That was the maximum size of a hunter-gatherer clan, where everyone knew everyone else's character, history, and trustworthiness. Today, you are bombarded with the opinions, judgments, and highlights of millions of strangers simultaneously. Your brain tries to evaluate every single one using social mechanisms designed for small, tight-knit tribes. When you see someone on a screen living a seemingly flawless life, your ancient brain registers a threat to your standing within the tribe. Rejection from the clan once meant exile and death in the wilderness. Is it any wonder that a simple missing text message or a negative online comment triggers deep existential dread inside you? Think about how you end your day. When the sun dipped below the horizon for 99% of human history, the world went completely dark except for the warm orange glow of a campfire. That shift in light was the biological trigger for your pineal gland to pump melatonin into your brain. Darkness signaled rest, repair, and safety inside the circle of firelight. Tonight, you will surround yourself with blue spectrum artificial light long after midnight. Your optic nerve sends a constant stream of signals to your suprachiasmatic nucleus, telling your body that it is still midday. Your biology remains perpetually confused about what season or time of day it is. You lie awake in bed, exhausted but wired, wondering why sleep feels so elusive. Are you suffering from insomnia? Or are you simply a cave dweller trapped in a daylight simulator? Your physical body was built to be an endurance engine. Your foot arch, your Achilles tendon, and your ability to sweat were all engineered for persistent tracking over vast distances. An average Pleistocene human walked between 6 and 12 miles every single day. Movement was not a workout routine. It was the baseline requirement for staying alive. Now, count how many steps you have taken today. You travel in motorized metal boxes and ride elevated boxes between floors. You exert physical energy primarily to rearrange small plastic keys on a board. When your muscles remain still for hours, your insulin sensitivity drops and your lymphatic system slows down. Human biology is built to move through wild landscapes, yet you confine it to tiny rectangular boxes. You might look at all of this and assume that modern civilization is a massive mistake. You might think you were born in the wrong era. But that is the wrong lesson to draw from evolutionary history. The truth is far stranger and far more powerful. You possess the most adaptable biological machinery on Earth. The very same brain that kept your ancestors alive in the wilderness allows humans to construct spaceships, compose symphonies, and decode the genome. Your Stone Age mind is not broken. It is simply operating in an environment it never anticipated. When you understand your evolutionary blueprint, you stop blaming yourself for your instincts. You realize that your cravings, your anxiety, and your social fatigue are not personal failures. They are perfectly logical responses from a million-year-old biological masterpiece trying to navigate an artificial world. So the next time you sit in a temperature-controlled room staring at a glowing glass screen, remember what you really are. You are a Stone Age survivor carrying the fire of 2 million years into a world that is just beginning.